talks like a lawyer and thinks like a philosopher. No BS legal takes. Real discipline. Zero ego. You'll get sharp opinions on court rulings, law, enforcement overreach, and how to protect your rights. He teaches you how to control your body, your mind, and your future. Discipline equals freedom. Follow Michael Ehline before he hits 10K. Real content. No filters. Marine, fighter, attorney. Follow now.
If you're not working out, drop and give me 20 right freaking now. How's it going, guys? How you doing? Oh man, we're having some fun today. I'm still trying to figure out how to use all this equipment. I'm a lawyer. My name is Michael Ehline. Unfortunately, I am not the best with all the equipment, but hopefully, Jody, you liked my intro today. A buddy of mine created that for me with some AI, and I'm just having a good time playing around with it, trying to get all my equipment squared away over here. Hey, what's going on, Rhine Labs? So I am attorney Michael Ehline. I am an attorney licensed in California and Texas, and I've been covering, starting this morning, the Lane Myers. Not Lane Myers. Gosh, what am I talking about? I've been covering Lane Myers, but today, hey, Kwana, how you doing? Missed you too, honey. I mean, ma'am, sorry. Sorry, I've had a rough day. I've been up since super early. You guys hopefully caught my live stream this morning around 5:30 or 6. And I'm back because there's more material that I want to do with this Wes Watson story. It's super awesome. And because it gives me the opportunity to give you a teachable moment about how to behave and how not to behave, especially if you're a man of substance. If you have income, if you have assets, there's certain things you just don't want to do because people are looking to sue your butt any way they can. Hey, good seeing you, Kurt. I don't know if I caught you this morning, Kurt, but if you get a chance, go back and take a look at my live that I did this morning. It's hilarious. It's the body cam footage that John Bravo Films was able to pick up. And so before I start the show, I want to thank John Bravo Films for allowing me to use his material and not hit me with a copyright strike as long as I give him credit. So everybody, what I want you to do on my channel now or before we get done with the show is to please go and like and subscribe to John Bravo Films. Super funny guy. He's a bodybuilder into fitness like me. I think he's also into martial arts. Totally my kind of guy. He's got an Eastern accent. Sounds like he could be Jersey or New York. Not quite sure. Hey, what's the matter? How are you? Yeah, super rough day for me, man. I'm burned out and I still do need to reach out to you, brother. I do have your contact info now. Hey, Mr. Gold, good seeing you. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about Lane Myers also, but not today. I'm going to try to fast track this because I have to take my son to judo tonight. So I'm going to cover this as quick as I can. And I'm going to give you the criminal and civil aspects of the Wes Watson saga. And now Wes Watson, just really quickly, Wes Watson allegedly served a 10-year prison sentence in California for crimes related to drug dealing and violence. And this started back when he was, I guess, a teenager for selling marijuana, and that escalated into larger scale drug dealing and violent acts. And in 2010, he was convicted in San Diego County Superior Court of first-degree robbery in concert. And that had to do with first-degree burglary, assault, and battery with serious bodily injury. And these charges stem from a 2009 incident where Watson and an accomplice attacked a victim, Ruben Carnajal. And that was during an MJ sale at a motel. And allegedly, they robbed him of his belongings. And a jury found that Watson inflicted great bodily injury on this guy, and he was sentenced to a 9-year prison term. So I don't know how he served 10 years, but that's what he says. So he openly discusses his prison experience on platforms like YouTube, GP Penitentiary Life, and in interviews like the London Real podcast. And he claims that his prison time taught him discipline and gratitude, which I've seen his videos, and I don't see that to be the case at all. And then he later used that to build his fitness brand, Watson Fit. And his current crimes are that in December of 2024, he was involved in a violent altercation at Elevation Fitness in Miami, Florida. And there's a video of the incident that went viral after being posted on Reddit, which allegedly shows Watson and several associates assaulting a man reportedly with special needs, using a weightlifting. This guy's like 7 feet tall. So what happened is I guess Watson allegedly calls people out on his Instagram channel and tells them, come on over here, let's fight, basically, right? Let pull up on me, right? Pull up on me. Come on into my gym and we can do a fight one-on-one. Well, apparently, based on the footage anyways, Watson and a couple of his buddies at the gym jumped this dude, and they hit him with dumbbells and a weight belt and really hurt the guy really bad. And Watson was initially arrested in December 29th of 24 and charged with misdemeanor simple assault and battery in Florida. And so you guys know that I'm a lawyer licensed in California and Texas. So everything that I talk about today is going to be based on California and Texas law, or just general legal principles. I'm not a Texas lawyer. I've got no skin in the game other than to be able to use this for you as a teachable moment, not just about criminal and civil law, but about how you need to carry yourself when you deal with law enforcement, especially with courts. So we're going to have some fun today learning about that. So Watson claimed self-defense, but if you watch my video this morning, I think he's going to have a hard time with that argument. And I haven't seen all of these other videos, but I know this guy ended up suing him. Apparently he's got a brain injury or something. And there's a 57-page lawsuit that was filed basically claiming that these guys acted in concert and they ambushed Ibrahim. They used racial slurs. And this guy actually had his camera on one of the benches so he could film it, because Ibrahim thought he was going to get famous by filming this fight with Wes Watson. So he ended up suffering a facial fracture, 2 black eyes, psychological damage potentially, and the footage shows him allegedly being kicked, dragged by the hair, and struck multiple times while pinned down. Watson's response was filed on June 9th, 2025, after he missed an initial deadline, but he denied any wrongdoing, and he claimed the incident was consensual and that he acted in self-defense. And we discussed how it's probably not self-defense because it exceeded the voluntary use of a force in a mutual combat situation. So typically, recreational immunity only applies when you volunteer to a certain type of sport or a certain type of activity. So in a nutshell, you don't show up to a boxing match and expect someone to pull out a gun. So you lose recreational immunity when that happens. And by the way, guys, I've been up since super early, so I'm kind of like super tired, and I still have to take my son to judo, so I'm pretty tired. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Johnny Bravo explain to you the rest that happened. And obviously Johnny Bravo's not here with me, but we're going to have some fun with it. No, not Charles Tex Watson, but you're going to see it for a second. You're right. He'll do anything for clout, it looks like, Quanah Parker, but this guy is really something. And he is so out of control that I just can't help but cover the story, because he's like everything that you shouldn't be as a civil defendant or a criminal defendant. And I would assume in Florida even more so, because Florida is a no-nonsense law and order state, right? So let's go ahead and check out the video. Let's let Johnny Bravo tell you what happened.
In my last video, we saw the body cam footage of Pegged Watson, that 3-haired comb-over piece of shit, and the incident that happened at Elevation Fitness in Miami, where him and his 3 other butt buddies, where one looked like a pig, they ran a train, they gangbanged a 7-foot monster.
Hey, Kevin.
until he couldn't even make it to round 2, if you know what I mean. And remember, we saw the bitch sitting there on the bench, shaking, scared. He couldn't breathe when the cop told him he crossed the line and he took things too far.
We need to know when to stop.
I've been
Hear me out. I got you. But I'm telling you the legalities in the state of Florida, how it works, right?
Okay.
So when you did the additional kicks, the additional blows, whatever, that's excessive, okay?
And if you look at his face and how he's sitting there and his mannerisms, that's when he realized he's fucked and he started spitting out stupid shit to the cops.
Like me defending myself, even have to fucking sit here right now. You know how pissed off I am that I get attacked in the fucking gym and this is fucking happening, and I'm sitting here like I'm in
Jethro
fucking trouble. I'm leaving. Stop fucking lying, all of you, straight up.
I can't say, sir.
Why? Why?
He got so desperate. You know what he says? He goes, please tell the 7-foot monster I'm willing to be friends with him. Please don't press charges on me.
I'd be friends with the guy. I don't want like issues with nobody. Like, I'd be friends with everybody in here. I don't want no problem.
And then we have this little smiley rat bitch from the gym. I think he works there. Look what he comes and tells the police. He's like, listen, can you go get to the monster and tell him to delete the footage?
The guy filming. Is it possible that you can erase that? What? Like, why?
Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. I cannot, all I can do, I can't take his phone and be like, no, erase that, right? It is what it is.
Can you ask him
no,
to
sir.
erase it?
Sir, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting involved in that.
And the thing is with that gym, Elevation Fitness, you see what this employee is doing, right? You remember when the gym owner was on my channel leaving out key elements and details of what happened, and now we know the truth? Well, allegedly, Wes Watson lent that fucking guy a lot of money. So they're doing everything they can to protect this piece of shit. Now, in this new body cam footage that I'm gonna show you from the date that he was arrested, you're gonna see a different Wes Watson. He's very calm. He's very timid. He's like my little chihuahua. When he's in trouble and I yell at him and he's scared and he knows he's fucked, that's the Wes Watson you're gonna see here. Now you guys know the rule. If you get screwed up or in a mess with the police, one thing you don't do, you never talk to the police no matter what. You shut your fucking mouth because you know everything you say is going to be used against you. But this fucking guy, he can never shut up. And I want you guys to especially listen to a part where, you know, the cop is taking him to the station to get processed, to get booked, and he doesn't shut the fuck up. And in one part, he even slips that he's been challenging people to come to the gym, this moron.
You know, back, what's up, bitch? Then pull up, motherfucker. You know, just so they shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because then the whole thing is they screenshot all the messages and they're like, then they act like fucking they're all tough and shit.
Everyone's all high and mighty behind the screen, bro.
So I just tell them keep a word, motherfuckers. I'm like, you fool, pull up them, bitch.
Pull up on me.
Now the best part, you guys know how this asshole is always lying about his height, saying he's 6 foot, but he's really 5'8", because we saw the police report that happened this day, and they wrote down he's 5'8", right? And then the next week we saw him in the streets, and I caught him wearing 3-inch stripper pumps like a sharmuta and posing with people because he was so offended by the police report that came out, right? Well, this exact day, when that police report happened and he's getting processed and on his way to get booked, look what he tells the police.
No, no one can check my height and take a picture of it, so you better quit saying I'm 5'4". Motherfuckers say I'm 5'3" and shit. Online, they just be joking. They're like, you're 5'4".
Yeah. Oh, they all the trolls and shit?
Yeah, trolling.
Yeah, no,
They'll be happy about this, though.
So look what he's saying. He's saying nobody's allowed to take my height and take a picture of it and say that I'm 5'3" or 5'4". But where did any of us say that he's 5'3" or 5'4"? But think about it. The cops know he's 5'8" because they just wrote it down. And look how he's crying about it like a little bitch. Now, I want to play the full body cam footage like I did last time. I'm going to explain something real quick to you guys. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I believe in telling the story a proper way. I'm not going to put a body cam footage, you know, and interrupt it every 5 seconds like an asshole because I need to show you my face or put my 2 cents in. Because I think every story needs to be told the way it's supposed to be told. It's like when you go to the movie theater.
That's my job to do that because I'm doing an attorney reaction video. So let John Bravo say what he's got to say, and then I'm going to intervene and sort of give you my 2 cents on what's going on. But first of all, this Wes Watson guy tells everyone that he's 6 foot, number one. So he's 6 foot tall, allegedly, and now we're finding out from the police that he's actually 5'8". And so he's thinking that's going to hurt his credibility with his audience. But I got, guys, give me a bunch of ones for John Bravo. This dude is the ultimate. I've never seen anybody that can handle business like this guy as far as entertainment. He is so smooth, and everything that he says is so right on the money. It just makes me I can't help but laughing. And I used to be Rodney Dangerfield's limo driver, and I know comedy. You know what I mean? Hey, all right. So let's go ahead and let him finish, huh?
You're watching a good movie, and some piece of shit doesn't shut the fuck up and ruins the movie for you. So I'm not like others, you know. I don't want to interrupt something that doesn't need to be interrupted. Now, when I get this body cam footage, it comes in all different angles, different camera angles, different audio tracks. So I have to piece it together, and I have to up-res it and enhance the audio to make it the best experience for the viewer. Because again, I want this story to be told the best way I can. Now, before I play this, I just want to remind you to stick around to the end, because I'm going to have a few words that I want to say of my initial reaction of watching this, because I think a lot of you are going to share the same thoughts. So now it's time to take you back to that day when he was in that restaurant,
the 6 foot
eating
algorithm
with his sharmuta, and the cops come in, arrest him, and this is where it starts.
What time right now?
What's going on?
I'll tell you.
Put your hand
Hey,
on
babe,
your
you grab my watch? Can you
Yeah, she grabbed the watch.
grab my jewelry and shit?
Yeah.
What's this for?
Get inside the house.
We'll talk to you now, bro.
How can I get inside the house for my
Our
dog?
detective is gonna talk to you, alright?
What is this
You wanna
for?
leave her? You wanna leave her yourself with her?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Clinton, can you drive this car to my pad? What's this about?
It's an open case, man.
Oh, that fight thing?
It's an open case.
That's crazy. That guy came and assaulted me.
All right.
You guys,
speak to a detective now so he can explain.
are they gonna let me go? Because I mean, that guy came and assaulted.
So, first of all, he's still making the same stupid mistake. I'm telling you, I've got over 20 years in practice as a lawyer. I don't care what city or state you're in. You don't talk to the police. But notice this time they brought their biggest, toughest, strongest looking cops, because they know the guy is a freaking psychopath, right? So they're not going to bring the female cops that they brought last time. They're going to probably bring their toughest dudes, probably guys that are military vets who aren't intimidated by him, because that it appears to be that is his play, right? To intimidate people into submitting to his will. Let's get into it.
Assaulted
You gotta
me.
speak to a detective.
That dude came and assaulted me. You saw the video, right? Come on, dog. I was protecting myself.
Well, you're good, bro.
Cool on it.
Hey, you wanna leave anything else with her?
You don't have to handcuff me. I'm going willingly.
No, that's fine.
I'm solid, bro.
I know, but we still got.
Not gonna be.
We got something that we gotta do. So
So am I being arrested?
you're being detained for now.
Let's not put it on. Let's not put it on camera and shit. 'Cause then,
Who do you need me to call, Wes? Number to get in.
Oh, so but here, open my.
And by the way, again, John Bravo's link, the guy who makes these films, it's in the description of the video, as well as 3 of the videos. I'm probably only going to be able to get through this one tonight, but make sure to like and subscribe to John Bravo and comment on his videos that Mike Ehline sent you, because I want to keep on doing lawyer reaction videos because he's so damn good the way he presents this stuff. It's the best material ever for a lawyer. Honestly, John Bravo, thank you so much, brother.
phone.
If I get inside the house.
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. The guy came to the gym to fight me, set his phone up, and then I fucking defended myself. They call so up, and then also stay and call my mom and shit. Okay. There's 2 numbers for my mom. Go through my text.
You need double cups.
Are you going down the date?
Yeah.
Going down.
Yeah.
Right now, you're going to the station to speak to a detective, so
Yeah,
you're not
but
being
I'm not
arrested.
getting arrested. Yeah,
That's up to a detective.
yeah. That's you guys saw the video, right?
I saw it. Yeah.
That's some bullshit. The guy came in, set his phone up, attacked me, and I defended myself.
Stand right here, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure the detective has that video.
Yeah, but video's in my phone. Should we bring my phone?
You can.
Yeah, you want to bring it? Let me get this phone. This phone?
Yeah, it's in that black phone. In the black phone.
Admitting and
Other side.
confessing. Like, here, officer, let me give you all this incriminating evidence against me. Oh, it's in that black phone over there. Here, let me help you put me back in prison, officer. I mean, come on, guys, really? After 10 years in prison, you'd think that this guy would know better.
All over YouTube right now. Oh, man. And you saw the video, right? I saw some bullshit. That motherfucker came and fucking assaulted me, bro. He set up his phone. He points it at me, comes and slaps me in the head, says let's fight, pushes me. I defended myself.
He's the one that put up the video?
Yeah. He put it, the whole video down, but he filmed it and put out the video. He said he put it out there.
What's your mother's name, Wes?
Just go to mom and the text.
Mom got it.
Yeah,
Just make sure, bring your phone so you can show the detective the video.
Yeah,
You don't
dig
know
through
if
the
you've seen
phone,
it
go
or
through
not.
all the
No,
private
I mean, it's the
stuff.
same video from the gym.
No search warrant needed. You just engaged in a consensual encounter and gave up your right to all the evidence and information on your now unlocked cell phone. No Fourth Amendment, no search warrant. Smart move, dude.
You can't put these in front of me?
No,
Shit, these are too small. Can you do 2 cuts?
Yeah.
2 cups. Must be a big dude.
Shit that happened to me from that shit. That's some bullshit, bro.
Got it?
Yeah, is this Wes Watson? Hey, this is Clint Ehline with your son.
Juana, you're hilarious.
I can't believe they haven't even pressed charges. Understand? I mean, can't you defend yourself in Florida? Isn't it a stand your ground state?
Were you there when it happened?
Where?
Or the Mitchell Q.
At the gym.
Yeah, the guy.
You spoke to a cop?
I talked to. They let me go.
Oh,
The cops came and they let me go.
Maybe if you had left, they didn't have your side of the story.
No, the cops came and let me go.
But I'm not sure.
The cops came. We all watched the video with all the cops, and they let me do.
Remember, the original cops that go.
Let me tell you something. Before these guys picked him up, they were given a total briefing. They were showing all the body cam footage. They knew exactly what he had done and what he hadn't done. And all they're trying to do at this point is trying to get him to admit and confess to things. That's all they're doing, guys. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to show this video. Aside from the entertainment value, this is definitely a teachable moment for any lawyer who's done criminal defense or personal injury law. And this is some pretty serious stuff.
Oh, are not detectives, so maybe the detective has some more information. I'm not sure. You're going to go talk to him now. This is phone. Good.
What do we need to do with these phones? Does he need the evidence for
Let's hold on to that. Just need this
Okay, perfect.
And then we're going to leave you in possession of the car.
Yep, I'm going to take the car down. So I think she has the key. So we'll be good. I'll get the car back.
He's
to the
going up 400 Northwest 2nd Avenue.
Hold on. Let me write that down. Thank you, gentlemen. 400
Northwest 2nd Avenue.
2nd Avenue.
Yeah, he's going to go talk to a detective there. They might release him, you never know.
I
So
know.
he has his phone.
This one? Okay. If we need to, we'll just mark it in the interview. One more time, Wes, what was that code?
Hello? I'm sorry?
I'm the property manager.
Bust this
Just one quick
salad.
question. Do you have cars coming in?
Yeah.
We're leaving right now.
Yeah, we're leaving in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
That's some bullshit, bro. The guy fucking came and assaulted me and shit. You see me shit? The guy came and said he wanted to film it because he wanted to get some. I didn't know he was coming.
Now, guys, I watched the actual video and I didn't see this dude touch him. This Ibrahim guy is like a 7-foot tall black dude. Allegedly, he's got a mental illness. He shows up to fight Wes one-on-one, sets up his camera to film it. He goes and kind of gets in Wes's face. And I think Wes started swinging like one of those weighted weight belts at him. And then another dude's like right behind him with a dumbbell, allegedly struck him in the head. And then they had him on the ground and they're kicking him. The guy never even had a chance to throw a punch. So everything that he's saying contradicts and varies what I saw on camera. And if you guys saw the camera footage this morning, give me a bunch of ones if you agree that this guy never had a chance to throw a punch at Wes.
I didn't know that. I think she's got her. I put it in the car.
It's in the back seat. Okay, we'll meet you down there.
What are you gonna do if someone comes to fucking?
All right, sir, thank you.
Come get something.
It is what it is.
I didn't know who the motherfucker was.
Oh, yeah, put me on the signal.
Yeah, I'm already trying on it.
Locker room talk.
Oh, yeah, if you want, just jump on the signal and I already took the signal. All right.
I think they will, Watson.
I gotta go back. 7652.
There's some some bullshit. Like, can't you shoot someone if they
Show me en route to Central with them.
Can't you shoot someone?
If someone comes up and assaults you, my dad, can't you shoot them?
Not really, bro. Not like that. I'm like, that's an extent, you know, like.
But I mean, if someone comes to fight with you, can you fight him? I thought the guy had a gun. I think everyone in Miami has a gun.
All right.
So the real question should be, if I invite someone to have mutual combat with me and they come to fight me, am I allowed to pull a weapon out and blast them? I'm telling you right now, the answer is no, you're not, guys. Okay, you're not allowed to do that. And if you do, you're looking at some serious prison time, potentially even a capital punishment type of a crime for premeditated unaliving, all right?
We're taking you now to speak with the detective, and then they'll.
They could have just came to my house or something.
Can we go that way?
You guys know I was here.
We've been following a little bit, bro. So.
I've been following him.
Nah, we know you're good.
I don't sell no drugs. I do nothing illegal. The guy came to water to fight me.
Yeah.
He slapped me in the head and he assaulted me. He filmed me.
Yeah. We saw that. We heard all that.
So why the fuck am I even having a problem?
I don't know, bro. That is out of my. They just gave us the paperwork and they said, "Go get him."
Go get him. Book him, Dano.
Charges filed?
Yeah, right now there is. It's a felony battery and. No, it's all right, yeah.
Give me a minute.
And so that is correct procedure. If he asks what the nature and cause of the action is, the police should tell him what the nature and the cause of the action is. And here it's felony battery. And I'll tell you guys, Florida's no joke. It's like Nevada. It's not like California where they let you out and just say, hey, just keep voting Democrat, criminals. We love you. No, over there, they lock you up and they throw away the key. It's a big deal.
He has to go through this side.
Aggravated battery.
Did you tell him to go to the left?
Go to the left. Go to the left.
You're not allowed to defend yourself?
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. Now you'll be able to, give your side, if anything. You get yourself a lawyer, and then they'll be able to, defend you in court or wherever this goes. I don't know, bro.
They should just drop it, bro. The guy came and I didn't even do anything. What are you supposed to do when someone's coming to touch you? You don't know it's coming. And you're just like, what the f*** is happening? He filmed it. The videos that went out online, this guy filmed. It's crazy. We should have more fucking laws to defend ourselves than that. This should be open and shut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely open and shut, Wes, but not the way you want it to be. We'll check it out, Right Stuff. Send everybody, put a link in there for us, and we'll all join. Guys, everybody, Right Stuff is saying that he started a new channel, and I'm his only subscriber. So go check out his channel. He's got some decent content, by the way. So definitely go check out freaking doggone The Right Stuff. All right, let's get back into it. I'm just listening for any more admissions or confessions so we can talk about it.
How long is this been filed?
Well, this was, I believe, it happened in December, and then they spoke to him again, like on the 25th of January.
What case would the guy have? Oh, I traveled to Wes Watson where he goes to the gym. I set my phone up to fight him, and he defended himself. He didn't know I was coming, and I pushed him on camera and told him, fucking, I'm going to beat your ass. What's up? What you want?
Admitting all this stuff to the police, and it's being all recorded on body cam to be used against him later. Guys, keep your freaking trap shut. That's all I can say.
Bro, you hear it and you can't believe it, right?
Yeah. Where's the detective station?
Our headquarters, bro. Oh, like 20 minutes, bro. Not even. It's like we're like 10 minutes away. Just there's mad traffic at this time, bro.
I just ain't no bitch, motherfucker. If a motherfucker comes up and with your girl there, your homies there and shit, got my I swear to God, if someone comes up with you with your shit, you are allowed to whoop his ass, right?
Amen, man.
Yeah, fuck those motherfuckers. I'll do it.
My homies are rolling up on me. My
Lucky I ain't
homies.
kill his ass. All that shit. Nowadays, everybody's got a gun.
Yep.
I was worried he had a gun. He's a black dude with dreads from Miami. Now for sure he had a strap on. I'm trying to make sure he wasn't moving.
I hear you.
I thought he was gonna turn around and blast me. You seen all them videos where a motherfucker just turns around and just lays straight in the motherfucker's chest. You know?
I'll cover that too, Quan.
So I don't need no room for error. You know? I don't get to carry a gun because I'm a felon, so I gotta keep my head.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Believe me, I know where you're coming from.
I wish I could carry a gun and just tell him to get back. You know, I told him to get back. I swung my gun.
Told him to get back.
Get the fuck out. I gave him like a couple options to do. And then I, even
100.
my boys,
What's
I
up,
stepped
brother?
in over like, hey, don't get
What's up, homie?
get out of here. And he came lunging for me.
No
and
kidding,
he
John Pryor. Crazy.
This is bullshit.
He's just admitting and confessing all the way to the station.
I knew one day something like that would happen. Like, people trying to test me like me all the time.
Yeah, bro.
The cops
So,
are just like, yeah, bro, keep
honestly,
talking.
like, I don't know why.
Keep
I don't
talking,
know why
keep
people are like
talking.
that here. But Miami's notorious for people trying to like start stuff with people just to say that they messed with them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the guy wanted, I think he wanted me to punk out or something. Like, he just thought I would be punking.
Dude, I don't know.
I get like 100 death threats a
Thanks,
day.
what's
I'm
up?
going to show the detective in my phone. I get hundreds of death
I
threats.
am subscribed to
every day.
your channel.
So
I'm pretty
anybody
sure
who comes
it
up on me, I think they're the person who said they're going to shoot me.
Yeah. Nah, bro. I can imagine.
They should be cool. Man. This is directly me getting fucked with. I do get sick of it when they're threatening
Yeah, I'm
me.
subscribed to your channel, bro.
And there's no, hey, there's no. I wouldn't blame you, you know, for feeling.
You know, back, what's up, bitch? Then pull up, motherfucker. You know, just so they shut the fuck up.
Hey, what's up? What's the matter? You says I'm not subscribed to his channel. Pull up, man. I'm subscribed to your channel, MFer.
Yeah.
Because then the whole thing is they screenshot all the messages and they're like, then they act like fucking they're all tough and shit.
It's everyone's all mighty behind the screen, bro.
So I just tell the keyboard warrior motherfuckers, I'm like, you fool, pull up them, bitch. I don't really want them to. I want them to stop. I don't really want problems and violence. That was the first.
Now, how much do you guys want to bet that the police have already interviewed all of his co-conspirators and they rolled on him? How much do you want to bet that probably happened? Typically, cops don't make an arrest like this until they've done an extensive investigation and they bring people out to get your co-conspirators to roll on you. And I don't know that happened here, but if I was a cop, that's what I would do first. That's how you build a case. You get the low man on the totem pole to get the guy at the top. That's how RICO claims are built. That's how business litigation claims are built. When you sue a large corporation like Pfizer, for example, you find out who all the people are that altered reports and said something was safe and effective when they knew that it wasn't, and you get them to roll and you offer them a plea deal where you don't have to go to jail forever to roll on the other dude. Let's keep listening.
First elite shit I've been in since I've been out of there.
How long you been in Miami for?
2 years.
2 years. How do you like it, man?
I love it.
Compared to Cali, where you're from?
Yeah, Cali, I mean, that's shit like that happens in Cali.
Really?
More people just shoot each other in Cali.
No shit.
Happens here all the time too, though, right?
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Don't get shot here. That's why, I mean, the whole thing is motherfuckers got guns here. And you got to act accordingly.
Yeah.
My fucking car detailer got a strap. Everyone got a strap.
Yeah.
These little chicks got strapped.
Well, if you think people have a gun, why on earth would you invite them to your gym and call people out on Instagram? Why would you want to incite someone to anger to come to your gym and potentially blast you? That's the question that I have. Can anybody tell me that in the comments?
everybody.
I'm 100% positive that a guy walking up to 4 people, pushing or wanting to fight him, has a strap on him. Especially a tall black dude.
Why would you invite him to fight you?
Like, would you think a tall black dude like that? Your first opinion: is the guy a strap or not? He got it.
I don't know, bro. You're asking a cop, bro. Everybody has a gun.
Yeah, you got to act accordingly. Everybody got a heater.
Yeah, but I can see where you're coming from, bro.
Yeah, you gotta fucking protect yourself like the dude's gonna come up and blast you. I really wish other people would have stepped in and stopped it, but nobody was stopping it.
Nobody jumps into anything, bro. Nobody
was like, hey, this ain't the right thing.
Nah. That's not how it is, bro. Even for us. Believe me, there's nobody out here to help you get anything.
I don't want to fucking, like, I know I can whoop motherfucking ass, but I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just invite people to the gym to get in fights with me.
Yeah, we're here. I don't know. That's on the detective. But you're funny. You had a run-in with my sergeant.
Which one?
The female sergeant.
Who's that?
The female. I think you had your car parked.
That's what I think, Johnny
in front
Clyde.
of Moxie's, and then you posted it.
Oh yeah. No, it wasn't a run-in. She was cool.
No, like you guys came in contact.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she's super cool.
Yeah,
that was funny, bro.
I posted her and
I saw.
A female cop post, and she DM'd me after. She's like, "Oh, it's funny how we met this way or something." Yeah, tell her I said she's cool.
Yeah,
Born Cali cops. Yeah, Cali cops like, they would have rolled up right now, put me on my chin, stuck a gun in my back of my head, and just been like all violent.
Yeah, nah, bro.
You guys are more laid back. You're like, we know this guy. We're not gonna kick him and shit.
Nah, bro. We're not trying to mess anybody up. Believe me, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, I think so too, Benjai.
Hold on.
Stood up! Yeah, he stood up, yo!
7652.
Nice cars, man.
Show me a right by Central.
Guys don't mess around. They got some nice cruisers, don't they?
Right, 1438.
Brand new ones. Not like LA.
Make it 15th with the corrections. 500 Southwest 17th Avenue. Correction on March the
This one, picture.
black sedan.
I didn't know if I
Tempino's located.
Wait a minute. Is that what I think it was? Hold on. Let's check that out. Was this cop taking a video of Wes?
Back of my head.
Check this out. It looks like this. Like they all know he's coming. Okay.
You guys are more laid back. You're like,
these cops all know that he's coming. So I'm pretty sure that cop had his iPhone out. Hey, check it out. I'm gonna put this on YouTube tonight. And show everybody on my channel. Check it out.
We know this guy. We're not gonna kick him and shit.
Nah, bro. We're not trying to mess anybody up. Believe me, that's not what we're here for. Hold on.
Okay, watch this one cop coming. I could be wrong, but I thought it looked like he had his camera like he was filming. Check it out. He's holding me over here. My cruiser, he pulled up on me. Pulled up on me, man.
7652.
Right. Where is it? Coming out of
Show me a
here.
right by Central.
I went too far back. Sorry.
7322732. Make it 15th with the corrections. 500 Southwest 17th Avenue. Correction on March the
This one, picture.
black
Is he filming? Was that guy filming? Right, yeah. It looks like he was filming. I don't know. He's like,
monitoring.
check it out.
Device tampered with. 1430.
Filming in landscape mode, dog. For all his homies in the police department.
Here in Cali.
7325.
That's San Diego. But then they ship you all around.
Yeah, you guess that.
I was born in Oceanside, but that shit was like, that shows in North County, Carlsbad, Oceanside area.
Come through here. Come through here.
You live in San Diego?
They have no bail money.
Oh, yeah, but it's kept up. No one can check my height and take a picture of it, so you better quit saying I'm 5'4". Motherfuckers say I'm 5'3" and shit.
He's really concerned about his height.
Online, they just be joking. They're like, "You're 5'4". You know?
Oh, like all the trolls and shit.
Yeah, trolling.
Yeah, no,
They'll be happy about this though. You're going to jail.
See how the cops are trying to be his friend? Oh yeah, bro, it's all good. No, nobody's doing that. They're just trying to get as much testimony and evidence they can use against him later in court. And he's sucking it all up, man. Sorry about me screwing up on the images, like the screen. I'm still not a pro at this, but check this out. This is hilarious.
For life, it's like, bro, I don't give a how much time I would do. If I had to defend myself, I will. If you're there with your chick at the gym and a guy comes in, you're gonna let a guy brutalize you? Yeah, you're gonna let a dude brutalize you or punk you in front of your chick in the gym?
Yeah, no.
Especially if he comes up and films it.
That's why I didn't know that. I didn't know that he filmed it.
He put the camera down. He put the camera down and filmed it. Pointed it towards us, turned it on. Premeditated. And I'm not even looking. I'm just sitting there looking like this.
Okay, so when I saw the footage, I didn't see that, guys. I did not see that. I saw the guy approach Wes, and Wes immediately assault the guy, and then immediately started to batter him. So an assault is when you make a movement that would cause somebody to have a reasonable apprehension of an impending physical attack. And then a battery is a harmful or offensive touching. And it's pretty much the same in both civil and criminal assault. There's really not much of a difference.
And I'm like, what? I thought you wanted to sign up for my program or something. I'm like, hey, get back, fool. You don't want no problems. You don't want none of this. I'll serve you, fool.
That was how did you see the video? The owner?
I saw it I got it from the gym.
Oh, yeah,
I filmed the camera when me and the cops were watching it. Yeah. But he put out his video. That's the video that went out to.
Oh, I never got to see that.
The one that he filmed, he put out.
Oh, I never got to see that.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone's saying that we jumped him when no one else touched him.
Yeah.
Is there a charge on any of my buddies or anything? No, good. Because you know how it went.
Is there a charge on any of my buddies or anything? And apparently there's not. So, and again, I told you about that earlier. Typically they will interview those guys first and try to enter into a plea deal with them if they roll. Now, I'm not saying that happened here, but that is the traditional method. And then they work their way up the ladder.
Now, if someone came and push you, he'd be like, what the f***, get back? You know, it wouldn't be like some shit.
You coming out?
Yes. What's that?
50. Yeah.
Then again, I had to tell my
I'll get the padded elevator.
We have other shit going on too, or no?
Just ex-wife and then business stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think that's more of a headache than this. This is gonna be simple.
yeah, this shouldn't be done. It was the self-defense. If
If he uploaded the videos, it's gonna be bullshit.
he uploaded a video. I didn't upload it. And there was someone else in the gym who filmed one and uploaded theirs. But the only thing I posted video-wise was something someone else posted, and then the clip from the gym when the guy walks in.
I'm surprised he's not, hey man, what are you stacking? Should take a little Anadrol 50 with some testosterone cypionate and a little Anavar once in a while for your cutting cycle, right? Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me what you're taking. Hey, can you hook me up?
Right before the fight, and he slaps me in the head just to show everyone that he initiated it. That's all I left it at. I didn't show anything else.
Do people hit you up for that? Like, hey, let's set up a video.
Harassed. I get
Yeah, that's
harassed.
after
to
the
make
fight,
stuff
yeah.
up? Down the hallway. Excuse me, don't worry, ma'am.
Everyone's like, yeah, we got Wes Watson. Let's take some video.
Well, this is where it was filmed.
First 48, I was like,
No, it was filmed here.
Huh? I seen it.
Real cases too. That wasn't made up.
What's up, JC? Good seeing you, man.
19, we have a 2 1 BMW. It's gonna be Alpha Victor 4 9 November.
Let's take a seat right here, bro.
Verify the 695 and verify the QTA top finances too.
So I'm going to move this forward a little bit. I don't want to do too much excessive use. I don't want to piss off Johnny. It's a real privilege to use this footage.
The tiger gave you change to some medical.
Torture cuffs.
BMW 4-door 5120.
Now, just out of curiosity, guys, do you think that he's 6 foot? To me, he looks like he probably is around 5'7" or 5'8". He does not look like a very tall dude. And then Johnny Bravo showed earlier that he wears these shoes with lifts in them. So if that's true, it seems like he's got a real hang up about his height. I don't care about my height. I'm short. And the way I've made up for it is I got picked on all the time. And my dad put me in judo and said, no son of mine's going to get picked on. So I got kicked out of school when I was 16.
You took your fence?
Just over here.
Yeah.
Timing.
Move your leg back. There you go. Give me a second.
So after watching this, my initial reaction was, you see his demeanor, how different it was. And he looked scared. To me, he looked scared.
I think so.
Couldn't believe what's happening. And I also believe he couldn't believe he's seeing his life flash again in front of him.
Yeah.
Everything that he tried building after he was already in prison. He's realizing that this can all be gone. And he's in a serious situation where his freedom is going to be taken away again.
No question.
A moment where he let his emotions, his ego, get the best of him. And in a moment of rage, took things too far, far past self-defense. And he's realizing that he could end up in that same place that he's been preaching to people.
So we're going to get into the next video. I've only got about another 15 minutes to go before I got to head out to the dojo. So, and again, guys, this is Johnny Bravo. I think this guy is the ultimate. I really like this guy. His personality is awesome. He is really good. His videos are produced so well, and his comedy is the best. So give me a bunch of ones for John Bravo Films, and please go to my description of my video and make sure to like and subscribe to his channel and comment on his videos and say, hey man, this lawyer out in California and Texas thinks that you're awesome and he shared your video with me. You earned yourself a new subscriber. Let him know that I'm sending him new subscribers. Hey, let's see if we can get this guy to come on the show, because I think he's into bodybuilding, as I used to be big time before I blew my back out. And it just seems like he's into a lot of the same stuff that I like. And so naturally I'm going to be wanting to help somebody like this guy. I just think he's the coolest. Let's get into the next video.
What happened to the 7-foot monster? We haven't heard anything about him since
That's the dude he
event
attacked
at Elevation Fitness Gym in Miami, when Wes Watson and his gang of butt buddies ran the train on the poor guy, gang banged him while he was down, brutally beat, and couldn't defend himself. But we haven't heard anything since that time, right? Is he okay? What is he doing? Is there a case going on, And now I found out he's been busy putting together a civil case against Wes Watson, that loudmouth piece of shit, to sue the living shit out of him and take every penny.
Hey, Gloria, good to
Like
meet
me
you.
defending myself, even have to fucking sit here right now. You know how pissed off I am that I get attacked in the fucking gym and this is fucking happening? And I'm sitting here like I'm in fucking trouble. I'm leaving. Stop fucking lying, all of you. Straight up. Why? Why? Yeah, the dog shit out of someone on camera, have the best fucking just brutal fight video of any famous person.
And if you noticed online, he's changed his tone about the material things. Remember how much this asshole loves? He loves the fancy cars, the Bugattis,
We're going to move it forward a little bit.
I'm not.
You know why? Because this asshole knows he's going to lose it all. But that's not it. The 7-foot monster, he's not just going after Wes. He's going after...
Really just fucking start killing it in life. And the money doesn't do the shit. I've had money. I've had money for a long fucking... Before prison, I had money. I was miserable with money. I got out.
All right, so first, when you're being sued, have a civil case against you, you get served with a summons at your house to show up in court, right? So I'm going to read you this first before we go over the case. And this lady, she goes to serve Wes, that asshole, at his house, and look what she says. It's very funny. She says, I, Kim James, do affirm that on the 9th day of April, I individually, personally served by delivering a true copy of the summons, complaint, and demand for jury trial to Wesley Watson at his address, and informed the person of the contents therein in compliance with state statutes, but this is where it gets funny. Take a look at this. Description of person served. Look over here. You know he's going to be pissed when he sees this. Height, 5'8", weight 200, bald. So this is her description on this asshole when she saw him. So get pissed again, asshole. So now let's take a look at the case. So the first thing is here, you know, this thing is very long and some of it's repetitive. We know some of the shit that's in here, right? You can pause it on screen if you want to read it in full. But I highlighted some things here that I think are important to show you. And it starts by this. Elevation Fitness LLC, Holdings, Wesley Watson, and Nicholas Dellis, which is the fat pig, and alleges as follows. So that's the complaint. These are the people that are being sued. This is a personal injury action for damages in excess of $50,000. Doesn't show the exact amount. I'm going to get there. On about December 29, 2024, the date of the subject incident, plaintiff was an invitee on the premises when attacked and brutally beaten by 4 men on the premises. The 4 men included defendants Watson and Dellis, you know, the tranny, along with 2 other associates of Watson, unnamed assailant 1, which is that dumbbell Joe Son piece of shit. And
so I want to distinguish for you guys who aren't lawyers. So this is a personal injury lawsuit brought by the black dude that's 7 foot tall. The guy was a beast, man. He was definitely intimidating. He's the kind of guy you'd have to take a baseball bat to. I don't care if you got a black belt in judo or you're a professional kickboxer. If you're a lightweight or a middleweight, this dude is going to probably clean the floor with you if he can get his hands on you. So this dude is filed a personal injury lawsuit against Wes. So this has nothing to do with the criminal charges for what he was arrested for. However, some of the evidence probably could be used from the discovery in the civil case to help the prosecutor and vice versa, like issues like res judicata, a matter that gets decided on a question of law or a factual issue that's decided upon in a criminal case because it's a beyond a reasonable doubt standard. So beyond a reasonable doubt means the weight of the evidence has to be really strong. Whereas to win a personal injury claim, it just has to be clear, not even clear and convincing, but preponderance of the evidence. And then like a fraud case, clear and convincing, a little bit more. But in this case, because it's personal injury, it's this much. But in a criminal case, beyond a reasonable doubt, this much. And so that evidence in the criminal case definitely will be able to help the personal injury attorney secure a judgment against Wes Watson. But in this case, it's probably going to be against the gym because from what I've heard, Wes is having a hard time with money. And why wouldn't he when he's just so mean to people? Why would anybody want to do business with somebody that acts like that? That's what I'm asking. Is this all a facade? What do you guys think? Let's keep watching.
And the unnamed assailant 2, which is that meth head in the body cam footage, he didn't shut the fuck up either. All right, so that's a summary, okay? So this part here about Elevation Fitness, their response.
Now, one thing I got to tell you. So Johnny Bravo it's obvious that he's making that statement probably as a joke or as an opinion, but calling somebody a name like that, accusing them of being a drug user, could be the basis for a defamation case. So John, if you're listening, man, you got to always say, in my opinion, or something like that, at least if it was California or Texas. I don't know what the defamation laws are like out there, but to me, it sounds like you're just joking and it's more like parody. You're having fun with it. Like, that dumbass meth head jerko. So you're probably okay. But knowing this guy and his crew, they're going to be reaching for straws. So I'm just trying to throw that out there to help you guys when you do these reaction videos to make sure that you don't do something that could potentially get you in trouble as well.
Responsibility in this. Elevation Fitness LLC, therefore making defendant Elevation Fitness LLC liable for the acts of its employees for including but not limited to acts of authorizing, permitting, and or sanctioning violent persons and or members to be present at the gym, knowing their propensity for violence, including using the gym as a location to encourage, promote, and or provoke acts of the violence with the public and perpetrate acts of violence with the public, including plaintiffs. So they're saying basically this gym, they know about this shit. They have them sitting there challenging people. They know about it all, so they're responsible. Okay, now so the next part.
And that's precisely what I said this morning, but as a paraphrase, that they're basically inviting people into the danger, bringing them into basically what amounts to like a woodchucker and throwing them in the woodchucker, not even giving these people, at least this guy, a chance to be able to fight back.
About December 29th, the date of the subject incident, plaintiff approached defendant Watson in the gym, as he was instructed to do, to talk about posts and messages authored by Watson through social media platforms. When the defendant became enraged, angry, and violent and began striking plaintiff with the hard metal buckle on a heavy leather weightlifting belt, using the belt as a dangerous weapon and striking plaintiff multiple times about his body, including his head. At various points, Watson was using racial slurs and called plaintiff the N-word, I'm not going to say it, and threatened to kill plaintiff multiple times. The initial attack in all...
Now imagine if there's black people on the jury and the audio picks up the N-word. Do you really think this guy is going to have a chance at the criminal or the civil trial? I mean, that's like almost like the death sentence in today's society.
All the subsequent attacks were unjustified. Now, talking about racism stuff, I recorded a live that he was on that most people don't have the full one. And
everybody, give me a bunch of ones for Pat. Pat, that was very kind of you. Patrick Darcy, he is a much more experienced criminal defense and prosecutor than I am. And he's a colleague. He works out of Irvine. I think he's a great lawyer. I think he knows his stuff. He had a different viewpoint than I did on the Chili DeCastro case in some areas. In some areas, he didn't. I'm just grateful that Chili won that case. But thank God that we have the ability to have a difference of opinion. Thank you so much, Pat. And Pat, I stopped drinking because it just makes me a complete a-hole like Wes Watson. But I do appreciate that. Everybody, give me a bunch of ones for Pat Darcy for showing up in the Lion's Den at Team MPE. And thank you, Patrick, for supporting my channel. That was very kind of you. All right, let's get back into the video.
Went on a recent rant, and wait until they see this clip. I'll play it for you guys right here.
Pull up, baby girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah, JoJo. Like, why don't you put some fucking cocoa butter on your head and on your ashy knees? She don't fuck with you, bro.
That is true.
You could, I bet you understand what JoJo looks like, you guys. JoJo the monkey.
So Pat does point out even my opinion, even saying in my opinion could be deemed defamatory. But I think the caveat, and Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you've got more experience in defamation law than I do, but I think in the way that he's saying it, because it's couched almost as comedy, I think that John Bravo is probably going to be okay. What do you think, Pat?
The jumping around monkey man. Like, nobody gives a f about people like you, dipshit. Like, monkey JoJo. Yeah, jump around, monkey. Don't give a f. I wish I could light up every word on these motherfuckers. Like, everything, and not
power bottom.
In this initial attack, Watson attacks plaintiff with dangerous weapon, and another man, an associate of Watson's, unnamed assailant 1, moved in on the plaintiff from behind with a dumbbell with the dangerous weapon in his hand. Unnamed assailant 1 pursued plaintiff and struck plaintiff with the dangerous weapon, a dumbbell, while Dellis was approaching plaintiff from the front. That's the pig when he went to kick him. During the attack, plaintiff could not effectively use his hands or arms to protect his face or head. Dellis kicks plaintiff in the face and is taunting plaintiff while the other 3 men attack and restrain and prevent plaintiff from protecting himself from the repeated punches and kicks. Unnamed assailant 1 and unnamed assailant 2 also taunted plaintiff during the attacks. Watson, in addition to the punches and kicks, was gouging his fingers in the plaintiff's eyes at various times during the attack and attempted to choke or restrict plaintiff's breathing, including when plaintiff was again defenseless and being restrained by the others. Over the course of the attacks, Watson, Dellis, and unnamed assailants 1 and 2 committed multiple and separate acts of battle.
Now, I'm glad that Pat's here, because for me, I typically don't get so specific in my lawsuits. I generally try to use notice pleading or form pleadings because I want to be able to develop my evidence and discovery, and I don't want to give away too much of my case. But in this case, I think that if you were to give this to the insurance company, because it is so specific, and this is Florida, so I don't know what their pleading rules are. I think, and Patrick, you can tell me if you think I'm wrong. I think in a case like this, the insurance company is going to go, oh my gosh, let's just go ahead and turn over the policy and cancel their policy over at the gym. So give me a bunch of ones if you guys think that once the insurance company from the gym pays this policy off, that gym is going to be uninsurable. Give me a bunch of twos if you think they'll still be able to get insurance, but it's such a high monthly premium that it's probably going to put them out of business unless they change ownership and change the name. And probably that would go with all of their other locations if they have any. Let's keep going.
Battery, including battery with dangerous weapons. The attack, led by Watson, is so violent and disturbing, it's difficult to watch. Watson and Dellis and the unnamed assailants 1 and 2, especially Watson, are attempting to inflict pain and damage on plaintiff.
JC,
Watson especially was in a violent and vicious rage with threats to kill, racial slurs, and actions that illustrate a man intent on permanently damaging the plaintiff. It is not an exaggeration to say that the plaintiff could have been killed from the beatings. Watson, he's going to be pissed again, is 5'8" tall, but weighs over 230 pounds and is extremely strong and was aided by 3 other strong and violent men. This attack was 4-on-1, and together they were intent on causing immense harm and damage to the plaintiff. Okay, so now you guys saw a summary of the events, how they're displaying. Again, you guys can go and pause all these things, right? Elevation Fitness LLC, vicariously liable for the negligent acts of its employees.
Okay, so for those of you people who are still new to my channel, I've explained what vicarious liability means before, but basically it's an ancient common law principle of master and servant, that the servant is liable for the acts of his master as if he was in fact the master. And so that's what vicarious liability means. And so what they're saying is that they basically acted as agents or servants of Wes Watson in this attack. So let's get back into it.
For including, but not limited to, acts of authorizing, permitting, and or sanctioning violent persons and our members to be present at the gym, knowing their propensity for violence, including using the gym as a location to encourage acts of violence with the public and perpetrate acts of violence of the public, including plaintiffs. So they're saying, the gym, they're responsible. They know the shit that's going on there, and they're not stopping
I got you, Pat.
Plaintiff was in actual fear for his life and pleaded multiple times for Watson and the others to stop. The conduct of Watson, Dellis, unnamed assailant 1 and 2, was so reckless or wanting in care that it constituted a conscious disregard or indifference for the life, safety, or rights of plaintiff. Subsequent to the attack, Watson has made statements. This is the part where he was going around, remember, on Little Pump's stream, on the stream with the Jack Doherty bitch. He was bragging about it in other places. Watson has made statements bragging and boasting about the attack, illustrating his callousness for what took place and relishing in the brutal and vicious nature of the group attack on the plaintiff.
Terrible.
Watson has made statements included, but not limited to, referring to plaintiff getting served, referring to the attack and saying, "I loved it." Watson referring to the attack and stating, "I got to beat the dog shit out of someone on video." Referring to Dellis and other unnamed assailants, Watson says, "Dude, where I'm from, they should have kicked his whole face in." And he adds about himself, "I have the best fucking just brutal fight video of any famous person." So you guys remember how much this asshole went bragging about it, and we knew it was going to cost him. And now you're going to see how it's going to cost him. So counting 1. This is against the gym itself, Elevation Fitness.
Yeah, that's where the money is.
It's going to say here, I'm not going to read this whole thing.
The insurance policy.
It says, plaintiff sues the defendant, Elevation Fitness, for damages in excess of $50,000 together with interest and costs. And
I would say that if the insurance policy is $1 million, I'm going to demand the insurance policy, and I'm still going to go after the other parties, especially Wes. But again, and I'm sure that Pat can verify this, typically when I do that, what they're going to do is they're going to file for bankruptcy protection, and they're going to start moving assets around. And if Wes doesn't have any assets, it's going to be really hard. And I told you about this morning. There's a public policy against being able to recover against someone for intentional acts. So the whole case really has to be based on negligence. And that's what this insurance, I'm sorry, strike that. That's what the attorney is doing in this case. He's making sure that he's pleading it as a negligence claim because he wants to get around the intentional acts. Because if he does, the insurance company is going to say, we're not going to do it. Well, we have a duty to defend, but we don't have a duty to indemnify. So this, trust me, this attorney wants to get as far away from intentional acts as he can. and make negligence the focus of this lawsuit.
Doesn't show the exact amount over 50, but you know it's over. Count 2, this is against Elevation Fitness, the LLC company, because I think they own multiple gyms. So this is after the company itself. And it's the same thing. Sues the defendant, Elevation Fitness Holdings LLC, for damages of excess of $50,000. Right. Now, count 3. This is battery on Wes Watson, because he has more than one battery. This one, $50,000 or greater. Okay. Another count against Watson, and this is going to be the same thing. Damages in excess of $50,000 together with interest and costs. Here's count 5. Battery, another battery against Wes Watson. Another one. Excess of $50,000. And then count 6, another battery by Wes Watson, and that's another $50,000. And
so again, these battery claims, the insurance company has no duty to cover that. So that's why they're making them individual, right? See how they're making the negligence claims primarily against the gym and making vicarious liability claims. But now they're going into the specific claims against these other guys. And that's probably more the plaintiff, the person who was attacked that wanted this stuff in there. I typically wouldn't even put an intentional act claim in any of my lawsuits, because then I know the insurance company is going to try to find a way to weasel out of indemnifying and paying for the damages award. But in this case, again, if Lane strike that, if Wes does have assets that can be attached, even if the attorney is able to get a judgment, now the judgment has to be enforced. And this is something that could take years. And so trust me, the lawyer just wants to get the insurance money. That's his main goal here.
And then they left the best for last, that piece of shit who we've all been wondering why that tranny, why he hasn't been charged. Well, count 7, battery by Nicholas Dellis. And him too. They're going to take every poor penny that bitch has, because we don't know how much he has. I don't think he has much. He rides a bicycle, that asshole. And here, in excess of $50,000. So this goes over the civil case.
So I've got a question from the audience. If I was the adjuster, wouldn't I deny the claim? No, I wouldn't. I would try to pay the policy because of the bad publicity, and I would just cancel all coverage for the gym. But I would pay whatever the coverage is because they don't want the bad press. They want this to go away. And I would try to make it a confidential settlement, because if it's, and as the plaintiff, as the attorney, I would use that as a negotiating tool. But there's a caveat to that. When you negotiate a confidential settlement, there's a tax implication to that. So remember, personal injury settlements you don't pay a tax for bodily injury claims. Okay. It's not taxed, but the negotiation for the confidentiality could be, and it is taxable under the IRS code. So what you want to do is you could say for the sum of $1, or well, you wouldn't want to say that, because the IRS may look at that as an attempt to scam, for example, and still tax you on the full amount. So you'd want to come up with a reasonable value for whatever the confidentiality is. And I would try and demand that the insurance company cover that outside of the policy limit, that they cover that outside, just like they might pay additional property damage on a claim. Same kind of a deal. Negotiate that, and then you have what's called the sealed record, a confidential settlement, so it's not public. And so I would use that as a negotiating tool and say, look, you pay me the policy, we'll make this confidential, we'll make this thing go away. So yeah, that's the way I would handle it, JC. That's exactly the way I would handle it. So let's keep listening.
And again, you guys can go back and pause in areas you want to, because it's just way too long to read. But I know it happens in July. And like I said, this asshole's mouth got him into more trouble. And remember what I said in the beginning. He's going around now saying, material things don't matter. None of that matters. Why is he saying that? Because he's about to lose all of it, this piece of shit.
Like, I don't go broke. I wasn't even broke in prison. Like, I would just have to, if it ever happened, I would change my lifestyle a little bit and be back up in 6 fucking months.
Hey, look at how much size he's lost. Okay, so that's another example of how you deflate when you're stressed out. You can see that it's really tearing him apart. I'm not sure if the guy's on the gear. I mean, my impression is it'd be pretty hard to get that big if you weren't. But he looks like he's definitely chilling out on this one. So let's keep on listening. It's almost over.
Months.
Guys.
All right. So that was that. So, all right. And Patrick agrees with me on the insurance company won't pay unless it's negligence. They won't cover for intentional torts. If he files bankruptcy, it can be discharged only if negligence. Well, that is true. Now, here's another issue that you might want to bring up, Pat, is that I think that Florida has a different rule when it comes to collecting on negligence claims, if I'm not mistaken. And that's why, or bankruptcy, that's what it is, bankruptcy claims. So I think that's why O.J. Simpson, I don't think he could discharge his personal injury verdict that was against him when he unalived that his ex-wife and Mr. Goldman. So he moved to Florida to avoid paying the claim. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I think it was bankruptcy, something discharged in bankruptcy. And that's what I would presume that Wes would do if he got a judgment against him that was too high for the battery claim, or even the negligence if he's not covered by the health club. But the attorney was smart enough to make the allegation that they were all acting in concert and that the health club knew about it or should have known about it, and they orchestrated and helped orchestrate these fights at the gym. And therefore, Wes would be covered under that insurance policy for at least a portion of the negligence claim. But the problem is if the claim is settled in its entirety, it would be final. And so the main problem is going to be if the personal injury lawyer wants to get more money than the insurance policy has, it's going to be very difficult to settle the case in finality, because the insurance company doesn't want to risk a cross claim or a counterclaim and get sucked back into the case. So it's kind of a long drawn out explanation where I'd have to get, yeah, you're getting smaller, Quana. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to talk about the Wes Watson's assets being seized by the government. That's the next video. And I have that if you want to watch it ahead of time in the description of the video. So guys, I got to take my son to judo class. So I just wanted to thank you guys. And more than anything, to thank Johnny Bravo, because a lot of guys who create content like that don't want you to share their stuff, and they'll try to do a copyright strike on you. But he put a disclaimer on there, like, don't just play the video and make sure to give me credit. Like, in other words, don't just play the video, like extended, cut in there, make your commentary, do what you got to do. So for a lawyer, John, you really are a gift from God, because your videos and your commentary is so awesome. And the way you broke this down, it was phenomenal. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm impressed with you, guy. And make sure everybody to like and subscribe to John Bravo's channel, and let him know that I'm over here promoting him and trying to help him build his channel, because it says in the Bible that a man is worthy of his hire. And in this case, what John has done is priceless as far as I'm concerned in bringing this content to you guys, because it helps me as a lawyer give you guys a teachable moment, guys and gals. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to take my son to judo. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel.